Okay, guys, so welcome to Empowered Elite's team call for August 3rd. We are coming off of Summit Week, and I figured it would be awesome for some of the coaches who came to share their top takeaways and their experience with you guys this week. But before we dive into that, there is a lot of updates to cover. They launched a lot of new things. They shared a lot of new things with us that you may not be aware of. So I want to make sure that everybody is in the loop of that before we go ahead and get started. So challenge pack promos this month, we have a ton of them, which is like such an incredible opportunity for you to help probably the most people that you have helped ever. I have never in my 2.5 years of coaching seen this many challenge pack promos in 1 month. So this month, $140 challenge packs. We have all of these fitness programs combined with Shakeology. We have Country Heat, the brand new program that just launched. It is now available for your customers as a challenge pack or on its own. 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, PIO, 22-minute hard corpse, the 3-day refresh, size, and the Beachbody Club membership where they get 3 months of on-demand streaming. So all of those challenge packs right now with Shakeology are $140, which is absolutely incredible. And all of those programs as well can be a Kickstart challenge pack, which just means it comes with the 3-day refresh for $180. So when you are out there and inviting and having your conversations, make sure that you are asking those questions to see what people really need and what their goals are and what the best program would be for them, because they literally have so many options this month. With that said, our team challenge groups, I don't know who want to take the lead. I asked in the team page the other day for the Country Heat challenge group. We have that scheduled to start the 15th. Can anybody raise their hand? Is anybody going to do Country Heat and commit to that program? I see 3, 4. Awesome. Okay. And then also we're going to do a Battle of the Sexes challenge because there's been quite a few coaches whose husbands or spouses have gotten incredible results. Okay. Lauren Teague's husband posted his Insanity Max 30 results and they were like ridiculous. So we just kind of thought it would be an awesome idea to get your spouses or significant others involved, and also to invite your current challengers that may be interested in having their partners join them, because I don't know about you guys, but I see it a lot in my challenge groups that my female customers are struggling to stay on track because their husbands aren't supportive, or their husbands eat junk food, or their husbands don't want to work out with them. And although their goals are their own, it is very helpful when they do have the support of whoever lives with them or their spouse. So make sure that you invite your past challengers into this Battle of the Sexes challenge. And also when you are out there talking to people, let them know that we do have that going if they want to kind of join as a couple, or if they're single like me, if they want to have a friend join them. So that will be kicking off the 22nd, and people can choose whatever program they want to do. And once I know who wants to participate in that, we can kind of get together and decide some giveaways to do for like the top male and female transformations, the most active in the group, whatever. But we'll make it fun, we'll make it interactive, and we'll do prizes for the top male and female challengers. So next up is that this is Team Cup month. So can everybody raise their hand if they're on a Team Cup? Everybody. Awesome. Okay. If you haven't participated in something like this before, don't freak out and don't feel like you are obligated to, hit Success Club 20. The whole point of things like Team Cup are really to get you to rally and work together with 4 other people. Share your tips, share what's working for you in terms of inviting, in terms of posting, share what you're struggling with, share what you're having success with, and really just rally and encourage each other every single day. So I suggest you either get a group text going, or you have a group message going, or you set up a group for your Team Cup team on Facebook. Have somewhere where you guys can connect every single day and share what you're doing. And if you want to, share accountability of when you do your power hour, of how your invites went to the day. shout it out when you're hitting, Success Club, just like we do in the team page on the pinned post. But keep it fun, keep it exciting, and really utilize the power that there is when you're working together with other people and really pump up that excitement. With that said, that if you want to check out the Team Cup rules and what the prizes are, that's FAQ 1391, because they do have really, really awesome prizes that you can win for each tier, including a hat and hammer and chisel apparel, a Beachbody skateboard, which is pretty cool. So check that out, but get your teams amped up and ready to rally to change lives this month. The next thing, since we are talking about Summit tonight, is that registration is open, and next year we are going to New Orleans, which is awesome. Right now, the tickets are on sale for $175, which is a big saving. So if you're planning on going, which you should be next year, I would say go ahead and get registered now, because they do sell out and the price does go up. If you want to look at the information, it's coachsummit.com is the website for next year for New Orleans. And that's FAQ 3011 if you want to check out the details for it. And that will be next July 13th to 16th. So I would love to see our entire team there. The next thing that they announced is that they are launching a mobile app for our Coach Online office, which is literally a godsend, because now you're going to be able to access your Coach Online office from an app on your phone, just like you do on your computer, and be able to see your sponsorship drill down and all those things that are really hard to typically see from your phone. I will be getting to view it and test it out on August 8th, but it will launch to the entire company on September 6th. So that's super exciting. The next thing is that Super Saturday is this weekend. So especially if you weren't able to make it to Summit, I really hope that I can nail it into you guys that it is so important to get to events. It is so important to put skin in the game and show up, because people are watching what you're doing on your social media. And it just shows that you are really serious about this business. They will be going over all the updates that they gave us at Summit. They will be sharing takeaways and success stories. And it's really awesome to connect with coaches in your local area. So it's FAQ 9792, but you can go, I posted it in the page and I'll post it again. Find an event in your local area. Get a babysitter, bring your spouse if you can, bring a friend, but get to those events, because it is absolutely so powerful when you see what you are a part of in person. The last thing, there's two more things, but they also announced at Summit they're going to be launching a new program on demand called the 3-week yoga retreat, which is absolutely awesome, because it's basically yoga for beginners, for people who are interested in it but don't know anything about it or want to learn more about it, that they can do right in their own home on demand. And we will all be able to get us try that out on demand on August 18th. They're going to be having a preview of it for us to try. So mark that date down if you're into yoga or you want to check it out so you can speak to it. And the last thing is that if you are pushing to get to New Leadership Conference, which I highly recommend to everybody, because I went last year in LA and it is absolutely incredible. The leadership training, getting to view headquarters, it's priceless what you learn and experience there. That is FAQ 8636, but why I'm mentioning that is because they extended the qualifications for it. So you need to be a 2-star by December instead of October now. So if you want to check that out, FAQ 8636, and start pushing for that now, because hitting 2-star is definitely possible, but you have to be intentional about really starting to push for that now if you want to make it to that event. Okay, I think I'm done. So I'm going to let each coach on the team who came to Summit take the floor and just share their top takeaways, share some of their experience, and just really share for you guys that weren't able to make it, because it was just absolutely such an incredible event. So whoever wants to go, just unmute yourself and go right ahead. Kelly, go.
I muted mine. Does she want to go first?
Anybody. I was just saying because nobody was talking.
I'll go.
Go for it.
All right. So anybody who knows, I went to Summit with a 2-year-old because it was that important to get to. And it may not have been the most, what we usually do when we go to Summit, but it was incredible nonetheless. I mean, going to see all, like, working out with Shanti and listening to all the inspirational speakers, it was absolutely amazing. My biggest takeaways from it were that even if we stumble and fall, like, there are people, even Charlene, like, she was talking about how she felt like she wasn't good enough, and she had just launched Turbo Fire and made all this money, and she still didn't feel like she was, that the next thing she was doing was going to be any good. And if she's having self-doubts, like, it's okay for us to, as long as we don't live there, as long as we learn from them and we keep growing to better ourselves and to push forward. And my other favorite thing was the woman who spoke. I forget what her name was, but she spoke. She was one of the last speakers I heard. And she was talking about, my son's autistic, and when she was talking about disabilities and how it doesn't define her, and how her family always would tell her, yes, you can, and you can do it. And they said that she wouldn't walk, and her father said, yes, you will, and I'm going to show you how. And even if I have to have you walk on my feet to teach you how to do it, like, we're going to do that. And I feel like that's almost with coaching, like, when we start with somebody new, like, even if we have to, like, put them on our feet and help them walk each step of the way through, to build them up and to make them feel like, yes, you can do anything you want, anything you set your mind to, as long as you have someone behind you that is motivating you. So those are my 2 best takeaways from it.
I love that. She was an absolutely incredible speaker. I'm looking at my notes right now because there was a quote that she said that I wrote down that I thought was so powerful. I'll find it later.
She made me laugh so hard, though, through the entire thing. Like, I took Declan to Hershey Park, and we were on the spinning things, and all I could think about was when she was talking about when she would spin on the rides, and for like 5 seconds afterwards, she would walk straight.
Yep. I'll find it later. But one of the quotes that I can see that I have written down, it says, from Kid President, the video that they shared right now, said that things don't have to be the way that they are. Basically, having that foresight and that vision that no matter where you are right now, that it doesn't have to determine where you can go.
Hey, Declan.
Thanks for sharing, Heather. And yes, huge shout out to Heather, because despite all obstacles and all odds, even though it was not easy for her to come, she drove cross country with her 2-year-old to make sure that she could get to Summit and not miss out. So super proud of you for making those sacrifices to make it happen. Marina, do you want to go next?
Sure. I'm like, I lost everything. Let me see. Hold on. Let's do it. I'm like, you know how I get all nervous. What was her name? Lindsay Mate? She was a last speaker too. I can't remember. And I texted you and I was like, I can't stop crying. You went muted.
Lindsay, are you talking about Lindsay Matway?
No, it was someone else.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The girl who was a single mom.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Lindsay Weiss, maybe. I'd have to look. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, I forgot. I don't know. I felt like this was like a big thing to get out of my comfort zone going, because I told myself, I don't know if anybody see my post, but I told myself that I wasn't going to go, and I kept telling myself I wasn't going to go, and then last minute I was like, okay, Dustin was like, okay, you have to go now. Like, you already paid for everything. But I was like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave you guys. But I felt like it made me stronger by doing that, even though I cried like a lot in the first several days. but I came back and I felt like, I don't know, maybe, like, I don't know, you guys. I just say if you can go, go. Like it's hectic, but it's worth it. Like we slept like what 4 hours, and everything was just on the go, and all the speakers, like it just felt like everybody was inspiring. Everybody was on the same page as you, and I was nervous going at first because I felt like I was like 3 months postpartum. I'm still not where I want to be. And so I felt kind of uncomfortable. But then I saw, Dana, you posted Lindsay Stave's post where it was like, you are worthy and you are worth it. Like no matter what you wear or what you, some people are dressed up sometimes or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. And then Shanti, he shared his story, and he talked about something that I didn't even know, like that he was molested, and I kind of could like relate to that. And it just made me feel like even though that happened, like my past doesn't determine my future. So if somebody like him could like move past that, I felt like then I can. And just the whole experience of going and being around like your team, it's just, I'm still like soaking it all in. So yeah.
And that is why I always say you can't really put into words what you experience at Summit, because it's just powerful. And I'm so proud that you were able to come, Marina. Kelly, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so I know we were told to bring 3 takeaways, as I wrote down 6, but it really was just an amazing experience, you guys. And, you know, I went last year, and I remember this very same call last year, and Dana asked us to share our top 3 takeaways. And for me, I think, again, you know, there's just something to be said and to see and experience the core of our mission and our movement and our culture that is our CEO. And I absolutely love hearing him speak, because I think a lot of times we get in our own way, and it's so nice to be able to bring it back and hear from someone who has created this company for us as a means to help impact people's lives and really change people's lives. And he just cares so much about where we are going as a tribe and the people that we can help. And I know last year, like I said, when I heard him speak, it really spoke to me, because you can feel his passion for really helping other people. And then again, at the closing ceremony, when they give away the Beachbody Challenge winners, and you're sitting there, and these people that have lost over 100 pounds are thanking you for being a part of their journey, are thanking you for helping them change their lives completely, in tears. It's just like, every time I tear up, it's so powerful. So, you know, if you ever think for a moment that maybe you're doing something that doesn't have any heart or purpose, this is that time where you're reminded of the greater good that we're doing for everyone. And that is always my biggest number one takeaway, is just being reminded of our mission. Anyway, so there's that. And then again, Shanti blew me away. His speech was incredible, as Marina was saying. I think for me, it was one of those kind of aha moments, because he was sharing this story, and it's like, he shared more than a story. He shared feelings as it related to, like Marina said, how he had gone through being abused as a child. I don't know. But I think for me, that was a moment where I know we share a lot of things and moments, but to share the feelings behind a lot of things that we're going through just kind of shook me. That transparency is so important when we're trying to really make an impact. And I think even more than that, I think a lot of times we look towards our social media as a means to build our businesses. But if we look at it as an opportunity to really impact people's lives, and I think that's what Shaun T does so well through his speeches, it's just so incredibly powerful that we have this opportunity to really make an impact rather than build our businesses through what we're doing online. And I guess the last thing I'll share is that Melanie Mitro, she says it time and time again, and I think it's just so inspiring. We all have the same ability to be successful in this business, and all it really takes, guys, is the consistency and the discipline. And the people that you see these speakers, and they've done this and that, and they've done all these great things, but they have nothing different than you and I. They have a story. And who cares if they have a better story? There's no better stories. It's you and your heart and what you're sharing. And like I said, those feelings that you're able to use to make an impact on someone's lives. But it's just drawing that line in the sand and deciding that this is the moment where you're going to make a difference, and you're not going to look back, and you're going to move forward and inspire as many people as you can to make a change, and just doing that and showing up every day. So those are my 3.
Yes, to everything you said. I honestly think that we should seriously make a team call in regards to everything that Shaun T shared, because that's how powerful it was about the transparency of our stories and our emotions, and really owning our lives, even the not so pretty things and pretty parts, because it sets you free, and it's what helps set other people free. And to touch on what you said about our company mission, I wanted to share one of the things that Carl Deichler, our CEO, shared, like Kelly is talking about when he was talking about the mission of our company. And it literally gives you chills when you hear him talk, because he doesn't care about the money. Like, he doesn't care about any of that. He just cares that we have the ability to impact as many people as possible, and not just with the coaching opportunity, and not just with health and fitness, but he gave statistics of the money that our company donates to missions. And so I got a hold of them all because I thought it was so powerful to share. In the past 2 years, Beachbody has donated $200,000 to the Raincatcher Foundation, which provides clean water sources to third world countries. $100,000 to You Gotta Believe in New York to help teenagers in foster care find permanent homes. $71,000 to the Red Cross to help with the Calgary fires. $2 million to IJM Foundation to help fight sex slavery. $689,000 to the mission continues to help transition veterans out of active duty. $586,000 towards Upward Bound House to help homeless families find shelter, most of them single moms. And $500,000 to the Lakota tribe in Pine Ridge Native American Reservation to help with water and shelter. And if that doesn't speak to you what the heart and integrity of this business is, because not only are we out here as coaches on the front helping people every single day be happier and healthier and stronger and better in their lives, but they are using what they are making by us helping people from our company to help more people in the most amazing humanitarian ways. And I just think that is extremely powerful. So thank you, Kelly, for sharing. Lauren, do you want to go next?
Okay, so I wrote down one of the same things about our company's mission. After hearing Carl speak, it just really gave me confidence behind our company, confidence in our company. They truly care about our challengers. They truly care about us as coaches also. They even held a workshop about how to communicate with your spouse to make this work for everyone involved. You can just tell that they truly want you to be happy. One of the things that I took away from that workshop is just about finding balance. And you should try to communicate with your spouse or partner from the beginning, because I guess for me, I always think, well, he'll support me when I'm really successful. Then he'll see why I'm doing this, and it's all good. But they mentioned that if you do that, if you're not clear from the beginning, that your spouse may they may wait. I wrote it down. I'm really bad at this. Hold on. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Okay, next. Confidence. Have confidence because you're the only you. You're doing the world a disservice if you try to be anyone else other than you. And I really felt like, it was really, really fun and an amazing experience. But like as I left and I was sitting on the airplane, I started tearing up, over all these things that happened, and I was thinking about, it's almost like therapy, because it's so much personal development that you do. Like Sean T, his speech, like everybody else said, just really got to me. Lots of speeches did, actually, and it just hit home to me with personal development too. It was like a ton of personal development in your face, people telling you the stories, and it was really overwhelming and emotional. So it was good though. All in all, I enjoyed my time there and had a lot of fun bonding with the team. And I left knowing that I need to work on some things for myself too. So it was just a good experience. Okay, done.
I love it. I have to say that I love how everybody is stepping out of their comfort zone in so many ways, because that's really what Summit pushes you to do. It pushes you to be better. So thank you for sharing, Lauren. Jordan, do you want to go next?
Sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, mine were pretty much in line with a lot of what was said. So obviously getting to spend time with the team and getting to know everyone and really, feel even more connected than I knew I already did was, incredible. And I think that that's huge when we're all, working together day in and day out, and, really makes a difference in kind of, you're pushing for your challengers, you're pushing for your team, you're pushing for yourself. I think, to really connect that way was special. And so that was great. All the speakers, just everything, the day-to-day activities. But for me personally, one of the things in one of the workshops, I can't remember specifically which one it was, but basically focusing, one thing that's always held me back, I feel like, has been, in social media or whatever, the fear of being judged in certain areas. And I guess I realized it's silly, in the long run. Like, people who I'm afraid are necessarily judging me aren't really my friends, I am who I am. And I think anyone who is my true friend, when, I go on social media, or I do this or do that, knows the character that I do have. So I would never be backing something that isn't truthful to me. So yeah, that was eye-opening, just to see, other people that have had that and how they kind of work through their own fears of social media, or fear of exposing their true story, or digging deeper to really be able to, help someone out. Because if you're not being honest with yourself and honest with everyone else, you're not going to be relatable. People aren't going to, the falseness will come through. I feel like you have to just really let it shine and just be like, here it is. You don't have to air everything, but it is, I think it's important to kind of be able to, really tell your full story. And I think that that's something I'm still working on, and something that definitely was, eye-opening for me, and something that I know that I'm still working through, but I feel like I'm getting there, and will only make me a better coach in the long run, for that. So that, and communicating too, like different ways to communicate with people, knowing that not everyone thinks the same as you, or understands the same way that you understand something. So like how you talk to people, how you, format conversations, just really the basics, like just kind of drilled in even more, which just was great to kind of feel like more solid and more confident. And because that's the thing, it's like you have to be confident, and you have to, you can believe it, but you have to be able to be confident enough to share. And so that was, I don't know, probably, my biggest takeaways, despite all the ones that were already mentioned that I share. So that was incredible. Like, it really is was an experience that I honestly bought my summit ticket as soon as I got off the wait list, not really knowing for sure that I would go. Like, I just wanted to know I could, but I mean, it was so out of my comfort zone to jump on a plane and to alone, number one, leave my kids, and jump into a room with girls I'd never really spent time with before, physically, but lots of this. It was great. I mean, I think everyone should do it. But yeah, I wouldn't trade it for a million things, and I can't wait 360 days. Is that how much we have until next year? But yeah, so impactful, so much to digest. It was well worth it and some, so we'd do it all over.
I absolutely love what you said about just owning your story and owning what we do. Because I know that that's something that's like super scary and super nerve-wracking a lot of times until you really understand the deeper purpose and the deeper mission behind what we do. Because a lot of that, I feel like, is because of what we perceive that people think that we do.
Yeah.
And, we
Exactly.
worry so much about, what is somebody going to think if I'm posting about my workout or a shake, or if I'm, sharing something vulnerable about my life. And it goes back to what Kelly mentioned about the fact that we have this friggin' amazing opportunity to literally impact people with just what we decide to share on social media. We are taking a platform that most people use to whine and complain and share negativity or just share pictures, and we are using it with purpose and passion and integrity to impact and better the lives of others. And I think that when you really sit back and you look at the power that we have in our ability to help people by being brave and owning what we do and owning our mission as coaches, that it can't help but light a fire in you to really face those fears and overcome those obstacles of being transparent and of sharing the hard things and sharing your journey and openly sharing why you are a coach and why you believe so wholeheartedly in what we do. And what you mentioned in terms of like the personal growth that you go through and that you're going through, I sometimes think that, as newer coaches, we think that like you'll grow to a certain extent and then everything's just easy, or like you just get so confident that you don't have to grow as much anymore. And that couldn't be farther from the truth, because no matter how much you grow and how much you progress, you're basically leveling up, and there's always new fears and new obstacles and new pieces of worthiness that you are searching to find. And it also, your mission and your belief in what we do is deepening, and your why as well. And this is not exactly something that happened to everybody at Summit, but I just wanted to share part of my experience because, as you guys know, I did the Beachbody Classic this year. And it was something that I had looked at doing last year, and I backed out because of fear. Fear was so big for me at that point that I said there's no way in hell I could ever do something like that. And when I registered for it this year, it was full, and I just thought, it's not for me. It's not for me this year. It's not my time. And then when I got the email that registration was open 5 weeks prior to Summit, I text my success partner and I told her, and she said, Dana, you have to do it. You have to do it just because you wanted to do it. And I know that it scares the shit out of you. And so I registered. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea what to expect. And I'm going to honestly tell you that the training for it and the meal plan for it was grueling. It was very strict. It was very hard. You guys might have noticed that I was kind of MIA for the past couple weeks prior to Summit because I was extremely fatigued. And in that whole process, I feel like I have changed entirely as a person for a few reasons. I learned that no matter how far you've come and no matter how strong you are, you're always going to have insecurities. You're always going to have self-doubts. You're always going to have things that you have to personally work and grow through. It doesn't matter how confident or how strong you look to everybody else on the outside, because I had a lot of fears and self-doubts in that entire process that pushed me to a whole new level of growth. And when you set personal goals like that for yourself, they may not have anything to do with Beachbody, but they're helping you grow as a person, which in turn helps you help other people. Because you can experience those feelings and those emotions of what it's like to be vulnerable and step outside your comfort zone. When I actually went up to be in the Beachbody Classic, I got chosen as top 10, and I have to be honest that I struggled with everybody telling me congratulations about that, because to me it was never about winning. It was about doing something that mattered to me to prove to myself that I could do it, that I could do hard things. And I want to tie that in with something that Sean T shared in his speech. It was a quote that he said, and he often says this in his workouts as well, but he said, "The work doesn't begin until you get tired." And why that hit me so hard for so many reasons, because when you're working hard to grow your business in the beginning, it can feel like an uphill battle all the time. There's a lot to learn. It's not always easy. It's not always easy to be consistent. Personal growth and facing fears can be friggin' scary. And in terms of, what I was doing with the Classic, those last couple weeks were really hard on me, physically and emotionally. And it was something where I could have easily said, I'm going to throw in the towel and it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to care if I show up or not. But I committed to something and I was hell-bent on following through. And it doesn't matter if it's training for a competition or pushing for a business goal or pushing to help 3 people this month and hit Success Club. Whatever it is to you, you have to commit to it full force, and then you have to follow through, because there is so much more that you learn about yourself and what you're capable of in the process of pursuing something than what it actually means to reach that end goal, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. And so I just, now in hindsight, I am proud that I did it, but there was another realization that I had, and that it was very hard on me at Summit to be not able to feel like I was fully present with our team the first 2 days, because I was very tired. I was very fatigued. When you're dehydrating yourself and you're cutting back on sodium and things like that, I didn't feel like I was all there mentally. And for me, the whole point of Summit is to A, grow as a person, but B, now as a leader, I wanted to watch my coaches' experiences with Summit. And one of the best moments for me at Summit was watching all of the coaches that came. I think it was when Charlene Johnson was speaking, and I saw all of us sitting there taking notes in awe, being inspired, being motivated, just growing eagerly as people in, wanting to come back and be better versions of ourselves, not just for us, but for our families, for the people that we serve, for the teams that we're growing. And to me, that was one of the best things, was being able to finally, after Classic was over, be present and in the moment, and focused on watching them experience this. So there's a lot of things that all of us have taken notes on from Summit, and things that over time I'm going to slowly start implementing and trying to share with you guys in terms of, seminars that we had on sharing on social media, of leaving your legacy, of how to help challengers and really get results in challenge groups. So I plan to slowly and deliberately share those things with you guys so that you can start implementing them as well. But I want you to know that they are going to put up all the videos of the seminars and speeches in the back office. So you will be able to go and watch those if you didn't come to Summit. I just want to throw in, and if anybody has questions or comments, or anybody that came wants to add something else that they missed, I just really sincerely hope to you guys that you will all make your best effort to be at Summit next year, because it is literally something that you could never put into words. I mean, you can see that all the coaches that came this year are almost awestruck when they try to explain to you what they experienced over those couple days. And the pictures on Facebook and the, couple inspiring sentences don't do any justice to what you experience when you are there with skin in the game with your team. And you really get to see the mission behind what we do as coaches. So I just want you guys to know that no matter where you are in your business, whether you feel like you haven't done anything you want to yet, whether you feel like you're, making some moves, or whether you have really big ass scary goals, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now and that you are here for a reason. I do not believe that anybody comes into this opportunity without a greater purpose being behind it, because in my eyes, we are given this for a reason. We are given this because we have the power to impact people. We are given this because we are the light givers. We are the hope. We are the inspiration. We are the motivation. We are the lights of the world that are showing up in a world that's pretty scary right now, to provide happiness to other people, happiness, health, purpose, freedom of so many things, not just finances when I say freedom, but please do not discount your ability to impact other people just because you don't feel like you are where you want to be right now. This is a continuous growth process no matter where you are, and you have to embrace the journey. If you're not embracing the journey, you're missing the whole point of what we do as coaches, because it is all about the journey, all about who you become in the process, all about day to day, the things that make you happy and the things that you are putting out into the world that are helping other people, big or small. So I just wanted to say that no matter where you are here for a reason, and I wholeheartedly believe that. And I also have to say that I am so incredibly proud of this team. I don't think I could ever put into words how much it means that you guys have locked arms with me on this mission, and that you make an effort to show up every week and give it your all, whatever that is. I know from being on the back end and being in all the leadership pages that not all teams have the integrity in the heart that we do. And that is one of the things that I love about our team, that we all have flaws and imperfections and struggles and circumstances that we're battling through, but we are a family and we are united in a purpose, and that is a mission that I am so proud to be a part of, and so proud to lead a team with the character and the integrity that we have. I'm very proud of our team culture, very, very proud. So thank you guys. I just had to let you know how appreciated you are, and how appreciative I am of the work and the hard work and the growth and the pouring yourself into others that you do every single day. So does anybody have any questions that they want to ask, or does anybody else want to say anything? The ones that came to Summit, or any of you guys that didn't come that have questions about anything? No.
I'll just say, because I haven't met everybody, I just want to say thank you all for your help in the Facebook group, and I'm trying to pick up steam, and I don't know a lot of you, but I'm so grateful for everybody's help and willingness, and I just want to give you virtual hugs. So that's my
We're a family. No, nothing to say. Well, this is kind of off the cuff, but it just popped in my head. We had a team dinner on, was it Saturday night? I don't know. It's all kind of a blur. But we had a team dinner, and at our team dinner, we all went around the table and shared a personal goal. And this could be a personal goal that has to do with your business or nothing to do with your business. It doesn't really matter. But we had a lot of laughs. We had a lot of tears. We had a lot of vulnerability at that table. And I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I know that that was a very impactful moment for me, for all of us, just to be open arms and be transparent in some of the things that we're all working on. So I would encourage you guys, and for accountability, it would be great if you could send it to your success partner or even to your upline. But if you would take a minute tonight to really think about a personal goal that you want to work on, that is going to help you move forward in your life and as a person, towards meeting your potential, towards, goals that you have. Maybe you can think about it in terms of something that's holding you back right now, or a fear that you are afraid to face, or some disconnect that you're having in an area of your life. But I want to encourage you to have the courage to set a goal surrounding something that is going to help you personally grow. And like I said, with your business or not, it doesn't matter, because this is all about you progressing as a person and all about the journey. So if you could set that personal goal and make it something that means something to you, and then share it with someone else on the team, and check in 2 weeks or a month from now and see how you're doing working towards that goal, because we are all here to grow and be better together so that we can help others do the same. So if nobody has any questions, I guess we can hop off for the night. But thank you guys for getting on. And thank you everybody that came for sharing your top takeaways. I am so appreciative of your effort of showing up to Summit, but also showing up tonight to share with everybody else. All right, guys. Well, thank you and have a good night. We'll see you next week.